Anything Wii U can do, Switch can do better. It can do much more than you think it can do. Welcome to the new series, Anything Wii U Can Do, Switch Can Do Better, where we look at all the things that the Wii U can do and imagine how the Switch can do them better. I'm your host, Jeffrey. Welcome, and you are watching Gamestork. And in this episode today, we are going to be focusing on a vastly large open world game filled with sea battle on ships and awesome pirating and stuff that came out on the Wii U that also was playing on the PlayStation 4. In this game, oh man, talk about some great memories. Coming back home, midnight, pulling out Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for the Wii U launch day, midnight, putting this thing in my system and the console and playing. I held out for this game to come to the Wii U, and it wasn't, it wasn't a bad idea. It was well worth the wait as I played this thing on the gamepad, and I enjoyed it a lot. Now, speaking of Assassin's Creeds, this one is very really kind of important for us to look at in the history of the relationship between Ubisoft and Nintendo. Now, we got the rumors going out about Assassin's Creed Egypt or Origins, whatever. We'll just call it Egypt for now. But E3 is right around the corner. People are saying, an Assassin's Creed game could never run on Nintendo Switch. It's never going to happen. Ubisoft would never put that game on the Switch. They've never done that before. Blah, 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 and just so on and so forth. But here we are, this massive open world game running on the Wii U. Remember, only one dedicated gig of RAM to run this thing. And I focus on the RAM, but the GPU is also very important. And in the Wii U, it was just bad, put it that way. And it still ran this game, and it ran it well. I remember playing this, and I really enjoyed this game. I loved the hunting in it. I loved driving the ship. I guess you'd call it driving, steering, sailing, something. Anyway, so I loved doing this. I loved playing this on the Wii U, and the idea back then of having those games in my hand was great because I have young kids and I could let the TV roll and play what it would, and then I would play whatever game I wanted right there in my hands. Now the Nintendo Switch fulfills this, and the history of this shows that Assassin's Creed can in fact run on a Nintendo console. And it's not so much about power as it is about marketing and about being able to sell these games on the console to be able to make a profit. If they could get Assassin's Creed Black Flag running on the Wii U as it was a PS4 game, then absolutely, positively, they can get Assassin's Creed Egypt to run on the Nintendo Switch. And I know what you guys are going to say. I already know, I'm already aware. You're going to be like, well, that's an unfair thing because that's back then and that's this and technical specs and blah, but here's the thing. Technical specs, the addition or subtraction of those, when you put all of them together and place them in a box and put that box up against another box that have the specs of another console and you compare the two, none of that stuff matters if both of the systems can run a game very similarly. Now, thinking about this, the Nintendo Switch does have a one-up here, and I usually say that there's 3 gigs, possibly a RAM, not to mention that Tegra X1 modified chip, or even if it's unmodified, packs a punch. And there might be a little bit more than 3 because with the lack of an optical drive that runs the disc, not having to run that disc, more of that RAM can be dedicated to running this game. So we say, oh well, there's only 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the PlayStation 4 has 8, and it's yeah, but it takes half of that 8 in order to run the OS on the PlayStation 4, and everything's kind of divvied up. So the Switch isn't really that far behind. But the point is that the Wii U and all of its weakness compared to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One still ran this massive, giant, open world game. Why did it happen? Well, it happened because Ubisoft wanted to put this game on the console, and they did, and it ran. And here's the thing. The Switch can do better. Everything the Wii U can do, Switch can do better. So we talk about downgrades, and I know in the video I've made it a point to just mention the fact that these are quote-unquote downgraded. But as you can see here, the differences are so subtle in these games and in these ports that most people don't even see them. Most people don't even notice the differences in these things. And the fact is, a Nintendo Switch can handle these games. As a matter of fact, I wish they would port all the Assassin's Creed games to the Nintendo Switch, especially the Ezio collection. Let us play it on the go. And I'm really hoping that those rumors, there are pictures early on from when the Switch was originally announced, and there was I think it was a Swedish, if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments, but there was a leak where they announced games prior to it coming out, and at the time the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle was on there. It was on this list, immediately deleted, and everyone laughed it off. Well, it turns out it was true. And there was another game on that list called, you got it? You guessing it? You guessing it? Assassin's Creed Egypt for the Nintendo Switch. My guess here is that based off of this, looking at this massive game running on this console, on the Wii U, that the Nintendo Switch will be able to handle the new Assassin's Creed game, and it will hang with the other consoles to do with it. You know how big that's going to be if that happens? I certainly hope it does. And I know people are like, oh yeah, look at this video, this guy's showing off an old game, let's get a port, woo! But the point is, I'm trying to make, it's not that that port could run, which all these games, if they ported, I would purchase them. The point is that all these games are running with a console that only has 1 GB of dedicated RAM, and its GPU is crap. That's what I'm saying. And if these games can be ported over from the PlayStation 4 onto that, then a system that is double or maybe even more in power and in just awesomeness, okay, and everything that's in there, that's how we'll word it, just awesomeness, it will be able to run a lot more. And when they port it down, it won't look as bad and it won't look as different, and we will see a very successful system. Now the thing is, will the third parties jump on board? Will they realize that, you know, Nintendo's fan base will buy their games? I hope so. I really do. Anyway, that does it for this episode here of Anything Wii U Can Do, Switch Can Do Better. And I hope that you've enjoyed this. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any suggestions for any future games to come in this series, as I'll be trying to post every day, post them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. And even you guys that disagree with me and say very terrible things in the comments, thanks for watching. I appreciate you too. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to help to improve the quality of content on this channel and also help to make content come out faster, please go to this link at gofundme.com/Gamestork to help me replace the equipment needed in order to make this channel better. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and if nothing else, just be sure to watch, like, and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.